Welcome to ViewPoint, Decision Analytics web viewable business intelligence analysis tool for law firm management, analysts, and attorneys. This is the home page of the application, where you can see at a snapshot many of the key measures, metrics, and dimensions of your firm's activities, your most important drivers of success. A quick tour of the page shows you the time frame selected for the information displayed. On the left, in summary fashion, are the key measures for the period selected. In this case, billable dollars, billable hours, billings, collections, realization, average billing rate, leverage, and average hours per attorney or attorney productivity. Again, for the period selected, which in this case is the first 5 months of 2014. In the upper right, we have a month-by-month trend chart showing the same information as selected. And below, you see further detail by the primary dimensions, including billing attorney, client, client and matter, department, office, position, responsible attorney, and working attorney, all operating dynamically with a click. Here again we see working attorney, billable dollars, current year, prior year, with variance percent and percent of total. Click on the measure selection. We can look at attorney billable hours for the same working attorney dimension. We can look at billings, collections, realization, the average billing rate, etc. We can do the same for any of the primary dimensions that we want to select. If we want to look at client matter, same information. This is the average billing rate for these clients and matters. You can look at collections. Again, all operating dynamically with merely a click. In addition to viewing information as a straight chart, information can be viewed in a number of ways. As a bar, for example, in block form, or as a pie. Here we're looking at a 5-month period in 2014. We can change the time frame, and if we want to just select the month of May, all of the information is now displayed with respect to the month of May of 2014. If we'd like to look at a 3-month view, merely change the month indicator, and we now see all of the information for any metric, any dimension, based on the data of the 3 months that we've selected. We can further filter the information for an individual that we want to look at. For example, we have a responsible attorney. We're looking at clients and matters, collections. We want to look at a responsible attorney. We merely select the attorney, and all of the information is now displayed with respect to collections for responsible attorney Alan Greenfield. Same view with respect to billings for that individual as responsible attorney. Again, in the summary table on the left, you can see all of the key measures with respect to that responsible attorney. Filtered, of course, for the 3 months that we selected in the date range. Clearing the selections brings us back to where we started. Continuing on, we can use the navigation bar at the top right-hand corner of the screen to move to other areas of analysis. In this case, we'll move to an attorney page, which provides information with respect to a selected individual attorney. In this case, we can pick attorney Alice Chambers. And we see for the period of the current month, last year's period, current month, and year-to-date versus the previous year-to-date information regarding Alice Chambers and her billable production, the collections with respect to her production, billable hours, non-billable hours, total hours, fees billed, AR write-offs, in this case none, realization on her billings, the average billing rate, as well as what remains in work in process and in accounts receivable with respect to her production. Similarly, as we saw before, we can see the details of information regarding the clients for her production. We can see the billable hours by, in this case, client, billings, again, more detail, collections. You can see the same information with respect to a client matter, and so forth. We can move to other areas of information and analysis using the navigation toolbar. For example, we can look at a screen that shows multiple dimensions with respect to a single measure. So for example, in this case, we are looking at billable dollars by client. Similarly, we can select client and matter and see the same information by client and matter, by working attorney, by any of the dimensions that we select. We can see each of the measures that we select. Office, department, these are just examples. We can look at billings in the same way, billings by each of these dimensions, collections, all in one place. Similarly, we have an analysis that we call multi-measures, and in this case we can look at a single dimension but with multiple measures. So we've got clients, and we can now look at clients not only for billable dollars, but billable hours, billings, collections, realization, etc., etc., all in one place. We have an analysis that I call PBC, production, billings, and collections, and again it's by dimension. In this case, we see in one place all of the key metrics: production at base, discounts, premiums, net billings, collections, write-offs, realization, leverage, WIP, and accounts receivable. Changing dimensions, as we've seen, we can do easily with a click. We see the same information with respect to clients and matters, with respect to responsible attorneys, by department, etc. Easy comparisons. Aged WIP by department, aged WIP by client, billing attorney. All of the same dimensions are available with respect to a aging of WIP. Similarly, the aging of accounts receivable, in this case by billing attorney. Look at it by client and select an individual billing attorney. Multiple opportunities to slice and dice information in any form and in any configuration that is available. Thank you for your interest.